Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can cut your hair yourself with anime style. And as you know, during the quarantine periods you cannot go to a hairdresser, so you need to cut your hair yourself. And how do you do this? So first you need to prepare your hair. You do not just go out of your bed and cut it, that's not how you do it. You need to prepare your hair. First you wash it, then you dry it, and the third step also, which is something that most people forget, is you need to straighten your hair first with a hair straightener, because this will make it much easier for you to prepare your hair and visualize how your hair will look like in anime style. So let's prepare your hair first and then we will start cutting it. Okay, so you have now prepared your hair and now it's time to cut it. Which tools do we use for cutting your hair? You only need one tool, and that is this. This is a hair thinning scissor, and by using this you will never make any mistake. So you cannot screw it up. It's foolproof. Another tool that you will need, it's very important, is a mirror. Small mirror, and you can use this. You just look in the mirror and then you can look on another mirror and you can see the back of your hair. So that's a very important tool when you're cutting the back of your head. Okay, let's start with the front. So with anime hair you want to have the hair in front going up to your nose, but not longer than that. So this is actually pretty okay. You see here a little bit longer here, so we just cut it. It's very easy. Just cut it. You have a hair thinner, so you cannot screw anything up. Just cut it. When you cut in the left, you also need to cut to the right, of course. So you need to have symmetry. Very easy. Still a bit too long here. Let's cut it a bit down. Can be done very quick. Doesn't have to be difficult. That's the power of a hair thinner. You can just do what you want to do. You cannot make any mistakes. This is too long here. Let's cut it down a bit. Think it's okay in the front. Then we go for the sides. So for anime hair you want to have bangs going down here, and you can actually try to have it a bit shorter here and longer here. So you can try to simulate that. Also try to thin it out a bit. You just take it and then thin it out, because that way this won't turn out to be like a thick bang here. So you can try to thin it out on the sides. Also do the other side. Still too thick here, just thin it out. Try to also touch and feel if it's too long on the other side or not, or too thick on the other side. Feel it out and see which part is still too long. You need to have symmetry. It's not difficult to do, just do it. Make sure that everything is symmetrical, equally long. Use your mirror and then you can look at it from the side and if it's okay or not. Look on the other side. Okay, so you can perfect it. Let's go to the next part, which is the top. And on the top you need to make it short. Very important, the top. The top is the part above the ears. Here you need to make it short. So this will always need to be very short, like 3 centimeters or such. 3 centimeters. Just cut it out to 3 centimeters. Because these need to be spikes on the top. So just use your thumb on your ears, then you know where the top is. And just cut it until it's 3 to 5 centimeters. Then a little bit in front of that top you can also cut. That can be longer. Then we have the other part behind the ears. This is actually the part that you don't need to have that long, so just take the part behind your ears and just cut it down a bit. This can be a bit shorter. The same here. Just the part behind the ears. Make sure that it's the same is in symmetry. If the left is too long, then you cut the left. If the right is too long, cut the right. It's very easy. It's all on feel that you do this. Okay, then we have the next part, the back here. Just make sure that this is not too long. Cut a bit here. Same here. So we start at the bottom. Just cut it a bit. The same here. You really do not need a hairdresser. Just do it yourself. You will spare some money and you will do it like you want it to be. Okay, so when you are done with the bottom here, you can start moving higher. So you take the next layer here and you cut it. Start from the bottom and go higher. Don't forget the mid part in the back. If you want to look at the result, you can always use your mirror and look from the back here. So it's too long still here, so I'm going to cut it. Let's take a look. Another technique that I will teach you here is try to use your hand and bring the hair up. This way you can visualize how it would be when you wax it. So you can see here that when I do this, it is much too long here. This is too long. So we're going to cut it. The back needs to be like 7 centimeters, 5 to 7 centimeters, maybe 6 to 7 centimeters, so long but not too long. So about this, maybe 7 to 8 centimeters. Let's take another look. Use the mirror. Use your hand to bring the hair up. You can see that the bottom is a bit too long here. This one's too long. Let's look at the other side. So you can see that I think it's still a bit too long, so we can cut this part. So it's all about visualizing the back of your hair, back of your head. So the back is the most difficult to do, but you need to try it. Okay, I think the upper part can be a bit shorter. The upper part here. So let's do that. Let's take a look at the sides. The sides should be long but not too long. The upper part here can be a bit shorter, so this can be shorter. Don't forget the other side. So this can be like this. This is a bit too long, the upper part, so we can cut this. What you always want to have is the upper part needs to be a bit shorter than here, because you do not want to have the effect of long hair here from here to here, because that looks like a mushroom. You do not want a mushroom hair. You want to have anime spike hair, so the upper part needs to be a bit shorter, so that you can bring this upwards with wax. So we're going to shorten this a bit. This cannot be too long, otherwise you will get mushroom hair. Okay, we are almost done. It's really that simple. Let's take a look again. This is still too long. And then as a final check, you need to just check that left and right is the same length. If you feel that this is longer than the other side, you just cut a bit away. It's really that simple. So I suggest you try it yourself, and also watch the other video about how you prepare your hair with the wax to get the real anime hair. So try it yourself.